afternoon.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back.
Great day to be a day, Gus.
Great little floater there, and that will win the game.
Quickly up the court, pass it over to Ferguson.
They're on a heater right now. I think they're feeling the crowd.
Goes up to number 2. What a hit.
Wow, look at those skills.
Emily,
Oh,
wow.
in goal. Look at that.
Oh!
Beautiful behind the back. Oh my gosh.
You are watching EHS Live, home of the high school. Go Maroon.
He finds it downfield. It's John Rogers. It's a touchdown. I don't believe it.
Welcome everyone to Ainsley Court for today's broadcast of girls varsity basketball. I'm Charles Fisher, joined with Sophie Singletary, a former alumni of Episcopal High School. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Charles. Good to be here on this President's Day game.
Yeah.
Back at the high school.
This is a big one.
This is a big one indeed. Paul VI, I recall, as always being a tough competitor. So
Yeah.
A truly perennial powerhouse, but it seems like we've got a great squad here at the high school. So
Yeah, big state game. Paul VI, they're 15-13. Probably a down year for them, but they're still ranked 3rd in the state, and they're definitely not an easy task. The Maroon, they come in at 18-3, coached by Miss Reed, and they're ranked 7th in the state right now. But this should be a big game, big state rivalry. It's a lot on the line, so we're in for a good one today.
I'm excited. If it's a down year for PVI, 18-3 for the high school sounds like an up year.
Yeah,
so
it's a great season that they've been having.
should make for a good game.
Indeed. Paul VI is coached by Coach Scott Allen in his 22nd year. He just celebrated 500 wins the other day.
Glad to see the big American flag still hanging in this gym.
Does this gym look any similar to how it was when you were here, or has it changed at all? Here are the Paul VI starters. I believe Laura Williams is committed to USC to play basketball, so she should be a force to be reckoned with today.
USC is in South Carolina?
I'm actually not sure. I believe California. Southern California.
Southern Cal.
Yeah.
The South Carolina team has got quite the women's
Yeah.
basketball team.
But same with Southern California. Their freshman, Juju Watkins, she's been pretty good this year. So, had some crazy games.
I'm glad to see a rather young EHS starting squad here.
Yeah.
2 sophomores, 2 juniors, and a senior, so a good spread.
And here's the senior, Ava Sawi. It's a big career game for her. Looking to score her 1,000th career points today. I believe she's 7 points away. It's going to be a big storyline of today's game. Hopefully she can get her early so we can win this game.
Very familiar huddle chant together.
Yeah.
I believe that's what we used to say back in the day.
Wow. What was it like playing under Coach Reed?
You know what? She still wears today the heels she wore back in the day, which always blew my mind. I don't know how to.
Yeah, she's running around the court.
I know. She
Can't imagine it.
Coach Slack as well was my assistant coach. So good to see that power duo still at it. And here we go.
Here's the tip. And Paul VI, they win it, but it's stolen by Ava Sawi. She's coming down the lane.
She's
Hesitation
got it.
dribble. Quick mid-range jump shot. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Dixon.
Good board.
Shy James pulls up from 3. That one doesn't fall. Number 5 from Paul
Here we
VI.
go. Big defensive play.
Stolen by Princess. And they're calling it out of bounds on her. Paul VI ball. I'm not sure about that call. Number 5, Lee Williams, the younger sister of Laura Williams, who we were talking about earlier.
And Lee and Laura are both in the starting lineup.
Yeah, they are. Number 3, Ava Limkalko, coming from Bishop O'Connell.
Big board from Ava.
She missed her first 3. Ava Sawi coming down the lane. I believe it's blocked. Number 23, Riley Hamburger has it. It's coming down. Is she going to pull up from 3? Yes, she is. It doesn't go. Paul VI on the boards early. They try to get into Laura Williams, but it's stolen. Love to see this EHS team playing with a lot of heart.
Big play there by Princess to get the board.
It's like she's trying to get the ball into Shy James, but doesn't work out. Ava chased the loose ball, and it's Paul VI basketball. No score here in the first minute. Both teams look like they're playing a little too fast.
Full court press here from the home team.
That's been big for them all season. Just trying to disrupt teams early, and they can play all day. They can run this press for the whole game and not get tired. Paul VI breaks it on the first attempt, though. Number 21 passes out to number 3, Ava Limkalko. Passes it over to the wing. Into number 21. And out to Laura Williams, and she knocks down her first 3.
First points on the game.
It's 3-0 now for Paul VI.
What I love about this Episcopal offense, which was true in my day, is everyone plays different positions.
Shy James with the spin move, step through. And she gets the foul call. It's a big move. Let's see if she can knock down
Great
these free
move
throws here. And the Maroon have been able to get through this Paul VI defense, but let's see if they can put the ball in the basket here.
A few
Shy missed her first one.
A few early opportunities here on offense for the Maroon.
Yeah. They're getting good looks, and these shots are going to fall.
Great to draw an early foul here as well.
And that foul was on Laura Williams. Shy James misses her first 2 shots, but this full court press is seeming to cause some chaos in the Paul VI offense, and that one's stolen by Shy James.
Great defense.
It's great team defense. Ava Sawi now with the ball. She pulls up from deep. Front iron. Rebounded by Paul VI, and they're pushing the ball up the court. This is Lee Williams. Over to Limcalco. Dropped into Laura Williams. Looked like she traveled, but they call a foul. See who that one's on. Called on Ava Sawi.
Looked to me to be Shy James, but
Yeah, both Ava and Shy have struggled with, really this whole Episcopal starting lineup has struggled with foul trouble this year. And make sure that's not an issue today, because we're going to need our starters. Laura Williams misses her first shot. Still 3-0.
low-scoring game here out the gate.
Genesis Villegas checks into the game for the captain, Cover Dixon. And Genesis is just a freshman, but she's been making a pretty big impact, especially on the defensive end this year. Laura Williams' second shot. She puts it in. It's 4-0 now for Paul VI. Princess coming down the lane, shooting from deep.
Blocked.
Her shot's blocked. It's not the shot you want early in the game. Like a lot of forced offense here for the Maroon, but great defense.
Great stop here.
Villegas comes in and immediately gets a steal. Gets the ball over half court.
Settling down here.
Maroon just need to slow
Man
down
to
the
man
offense. Let's
here
get some
on-
easy buckets. Dribbles to the right, and that her entry pass is stolen. Knocked out of bounds by number 21, Denny Gilliam.
I'd like to see a little more ball movement here from the Maroon.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll talk that over at the timeout and come out with something.
Yeah, Coach
get
Ray
some-
calls her first timeout. Yeah, this Maroon team has been able to get a lot of easy buckets this year, which has made the job of the scorers a lot easier, taking some weight off their back, but early in this game, they haven't been able to do that. That's going to be big for them if they want to win this game.
And I think Ava Sawi, understandably, is eager to hit that 1,000-point threshold.
Yeah.
But I think that'll come if we see some ball movement here from the offense.
Easy buckets, easy layups. And we're going to be able to get to the line. The refs seem to be calling the fouls today, so it's no excuse.
Let's see here what Coach Reed drew up.
Sawi inbounding the ball. Gets it to Princess. Ava Sawi curling around off the screen. She gets it about 5 feet off the three-point line, tries to drive in. It's great defense
Stop.
from Paul VI, but a cross-court pass. An early heave from a three from Genesis. It's not go in, but this full-court press is in
Headed
full
right
effect.
into full-court press.
And you love the intensity from the Maroon, but sometimes too many gambles leaves you in tough situations. The Panthers don't capitalize. But there's a steal
Right
from
in the
Genesis
hands.
Villegas.
Here we go.
And they call a carry. That's a tough call. It's a tough call to get.
Great steal nonetheless. This Episcopal defense has showed up.
And already Genesis has 3 steals. Or 2 steals, I'm sorry.
And that is, as you said, the freshman here.
Yeah. It's a very young team, and hopefully to have more success in the coming years. They call a foul on Anya Everett. Maroon cannot get into foul trouble too early here. They have 2 called on them as of now. Inbound pass from Paul
Looks
VI.
like-
They get it into Laura Williams. Seem to love her with the ball in her hands. They drop it down on the low post, and she has all their points as of now. 6 points.
Still
for
a
Laura
low-scoring
Williams.
game here. The Maroon has yet to put up a bucket. Let's see if this is the out. Princess with the ball here.
Couple of substitutions for the Maroon coming in. Shy James pump fakes the 3, gets the lane, and they call a travel. Love to see the sportsmanship, but the Maroon getting people off the bench.
A
Cover
good pump
Dixon
fake.
comes in.
good opportunity there for Princess.
Vicky Apia comes in. Looks to be a spill on the maroon sideline. I'm not sure what that's about.
Cover Dixon, another young player on the team here, a sophomore from McLean, Virginia.
Yeah, she made a big impact last year, and it led to her being a captain this year, and she's been having a pretty good year. Shooting the ball pretty well and playing some pretty good defense. Definitely helped this maroon team get to their 18-3 record.
I met Cover actually in the library on Saturday and was heartened to hear a sophomore as captain.
Yeah.
Her young leadership clearly impactful on this maroon squad.
It's a big deal. And hopefully it'll be a captain for the years to come and just have that leader that you can move up with. Another captain, Shy James, is just a junior, and she made a great impact last year as well. So it seems the issue on the maroon sideline is resolved. 4 minutes left in this first half. The maroon have yet to score, but have held the Panthers to just 6 points.
Katrina Reed, big to emphasize defense. That has clearly been big on both sides of the ball tonight.
This full court press is in full effect, causing a lot of chaos. It's exactly what you want, but Paul the Sixth breaks it. They get the ball to their point guard. Their coach is calling his plays.
15 on the shot clock here.
Ball into Laura Williams. Once again, she misses that one.
Big board by Shy James.
And that's good defense from her as well. It's textbook. Princess taking it to the basket. Tries to kick it out unsuccessfully. Shy James, way to get back. Shot from Lee Williams is short.
Let's see if this maroon offense can slow down and
see if they can get a bucket here. Shy James commanding stuff on the court. Genesis with the ball. Making a good move there. Ball out to Princess. Her three is off.
Good second effort there by Genesis.
And Paul the Sixth looks to just have a bunch of athletes running the floor as Ava Limcalco knocks down her first three. It's 9-0 now.
Still a remarkably low-scoring game.
The Maroon bring back Ava Sawi into the game. Coach Reed is growing frustrated.
And Dory Fosgate seeing the floor for the first time tonight, subbed in.
Yeah, she had her senior night last week, which is a success. Big win for the Maroon. Ball now, looks like they're looking for Ava, but Paula Six playing pretty good defense on her. Seeming to try to isolate her from the rest of the offense, and it caused a little bit of trouble, but she's the first one back, trying to get the steal. And that's another bucket from Layla Williams.
Ava Sawi back with the ball. Let's see what she can come up with.
Calling for a screen. She moves to the right. She gets the switch. A foul.
Almost finishes that.
Said I'll send her to the line.
Ava Sawi clearly very athletic. Good with the ball. And we'll see if she can finish off this with two free throws. Put the Maroon on the board.
She was nominated for the McDonald's All-American game this year, and that was a huge honor for her. Misses her first free throw. Yeah, she's been having a stellar season, averaging over 20 points a game this year, and really willing the Maroon, especially on offense. She knocks down.
There we go.
Knocks down her first free throw.
High school is on the board, and Ava Sawi is 6 points away from her 1,000th career point.
And Calco quick with the ball, makes the pass.
On the floor, foul on the floor here.
Let's see who that one's on.
Shy James checking in.
Yep.
And it looks like Dory Fosgate subbing out. Coach Reed is not afraid to make some substitutions here. Try to get a little going on offense.
Yeah, and she loves running with her girls. She has her preferred 5, and when all 5 of them are in the game together, they've been playing some great basketball. But it seems like the height of Layla Williams has been a bit of a struggle. She has
Certainly.
10 of Paul VI's first 13 points today. Ava
Laura
Sawi trying to
Williams.
run a play, but they've been playing great defense.
This Paul VI man-to-man defense has been tough to compete with.
Yeah.
We saw some action when Ava called a screen.
But they need some movement off the ball if they want to get some offense going. But good to see that the Maroon aren't playing scared.
Cobra Dixon with the ball.
Cobra tries to take it to the rim. She doesn't get anywhere. Shy James shoots it in her face. Her shot goes far short.
And with just a minute and 37 left here in the first half, we have a score of 13-1. Episcopal remains pressing.
But this full court press. And now the student section really getting into it with the defense chance. That's been big for them as well. Crowd support. This is one of the bigger crowds. Great defense here from Anya Everett. But somehow Limcalco gets free. They drop
Good
in
look
pass.
underneath.
Blocked by Princess.
And that should be the high school ball. I don't know if, I'm not sure Anya Everett touched that, but it remains.
It is.
Oh,
high
there we
school
go.
ball. It's good eyes. Sasawi now taking the ball up.
It's great to see
bench is loud.
a trickle of students coming in the gym here to support.
Yeah. First day of spring practices are today. Some winter practices or winter games are still ending up. But yeah, a lot of support here.
Shy James calling for some movement off the ball.
Cobra Dixon with the rocker step, and they call a foul on her.
And great of her to draw the foul there from Ava Limcalco.
I believe that's how you say it.
Great name.
I think the shot clock resets here, which is going to be big for the Maroon, so they can run this quick inbound play.
With a fresh shot clock and 57.
Shy James, that's a good look. Pump fake, gets the basket.
Great move.
Nice left-hand layup from her. Scores 13-3. Paul VI has been breaking the press as of lately.
EHS settling back into a man defense here.
And they've been hustling all across this court. They might even be in a zone.
Big board, Shy James, 30 seconds on the clock.
See if the Maroon can get one last possession here and try to get a bucket. Ava Sawi playing off the ball. She gets it on the handoff. Matched up with number 23, Riley Hamburger, who's been playing a great job on defense as of right now.
Ava calling for another screen.
She has 2 on her. Ava shoots it from deep. That one's off. Rebounded by Shy
Board.
James. The hustle from her. Anya Everett puts it up. Can't get it to go. No foul called.
No foul called there. 3 opportunities to score there.
And they call the foul there on the Maroon on Anya Everett. That's a tough call. Coach Reed is frustrated with that one, and there's 0.4 seconds on the clock.
And that will bring us
To the end of the first quarter. Score is 13-3 now. It's been a big first quarter for the USC commit, Laura Williams. But the Maroon are definitely not out of this game.
at 6 feet. Kind of hard to stop Laura Williams there.
Yeah.
Especially in the paint. Looks like Shy James might be our best bet. She's been active in the paint on both offense and defense.
And she might not have the height, but she's very strong and very quick. And she's been able to handle some bigger opponents. We saw that in the Georgetown Day game. They had a couple big players, and she was able to provide some pretty good defense and keep the games close. So yeah, as this first quarter is coming to a close, we're about to start the second.
I'd like to see Princess for the Maroon at point guard and a little off-ball movement
Yeah,
from Ava and Shy, and just get something going on offense. I know Coach Reed has always got a playbook of solid deliverable plays, so I'd like to see some of that come out here in the second quarter.
And this team has some capable three-point shooters, but we have to get shots closer to the line. Shooting a lot of shots from deep now. You can't really settle for that. Starters come back onto the court, though, for the Maroon. It's a different look here for Paul VI, number 14, I believe. Lala Rockmott Jones, the freshman, is in. Sawi inbounding the ball now. Gets
Ball
in
to
at number
Cover.
4, Cover Dixon. Ava Sawi moving a lot without the ball. She gets it. That's a good look from the corner. Too far.
Can't finish.
Cover gets
Good
a
board.
rebound. And she's harassed there in the paint by Paul VI defense. But they're pushing it up the court. Laura
Good
Williams strong with
pressure
the ball.
from the
Gets it to her
Maroon.
sister, but stolen by Shy James. Good no foul call there from the refs. And they give the ball back to the Panthers.
I love it. Shy is gritty and active.
Yeah.
See if the Maroon can match up here. And
They get the ball into Hamburger there. Paul VI struggling to get into an offense. And that's
Good
a lot of
defense
disruption
there.
from Princess. She puts the ball. Ava on the fast break. It's 2-on-1. She goes up and gets the
Draws
foul
the foul.
call. See if she can knock these 2 shots down.
and sitting here still at a 13-3 game.
And the Maroon trying to push the pace. And they've been good at playing fast this year, especially in transition, both offensively and defense. First free throw from Ava Sawi.
And that one
That's
is
in.
good.
5 points away.
We've seen great defense here tonight from Princess especially,
Yeah.
who made that transition possible.
2 shots made for Ava Sawi.
And immediately into the full court press here from
Yeah.
the Maroon.
It's great defense here. Cover Dixon pressuring the ball. And she
Great
makes the defender
defense.
struggle. There comes a double team.
Wow.
And they call, looks like a backcourt violation.
Backcourt violation, that's right. Great,
Great
defense
defense.
there from Cover Dixon to get her in the corner there as soon as she crossed the halfway mark.
Active pressure on the ball. That's what,
Key turnover here for the Maroon.
if the Maroon can get a bucket here, that would be huge.
Avasawi with inbounding the ball to Cover.
Shy James with the ball on the high post. She dumps down. Nice high-low action. Cover Dixon misses the layup.
A great look nonetheless.
Anya Everett and Princess. And Anya forces the ball out of bounds. That's great defense from the Maroon.
And another huge defensive turnover there right in front of that Episcopal bench.
Paul VI making some subs. Lincalco comes back into the game along with number 22, Madison Washington, checking in for the first time.
And this Episcopal defense there right in front of the Maroon bench showing up.
Yeah.
2 big defensive turnovers.
They get a lot of energy from the bench and that student section on the same side.
Good board.
Ava Sawi's shot is missed. Princess gets the rebound. Her putback does not go in. And Paul VI is on another fast break led by
Another
Hamburger.
Princess caused.
It's a tough turnover from Shy James.
Clearly eager to get the ball to her teammate up court, but back on D.
Yeah. For Paul VI, number 23, Riley Hamburger has been really controlling this offense. And that's another big stop from the Maroon. Hamburger almost
Defensive
disrupts
toughness.
it. Ava Sawi pulls up from deep. Short.
Ava,
Can't
I
keep settling
believe,
for these bad shots.
has put up about 4 3-pointers from that very spot, none
Yeah.
of which have hit.
But once she gets going, especially from there, she's great at putting the ball in the basket. And they call what looks to be a
I believe
3-second
that was-
violation.
that's right.
Violation.
And 4 of the last 5 possessions for Paul VI have resulted in an Episcopal-caused turnover.
Yep.
Let's see if they can make something happen here on the offensive end.
Yeah. Villegas and Apia check into the game for the Maroon. They've been big on defense here, and the student section is filling up. This is a big game. Avasawi pick and roll with Shy James is not effective. The Maroon hustling back on defense, trying to disrupt it. But Riley Hamburger scores her first points of the game. Makes the score 5-15.
Vicky Apaya back there for the Maroon. Appreciate the hustle attempt.
Genesis, just a freshman, trying to get some offense for the Maroon. She loses the ball but gets it back.
Hustles to get it back. Shy with the ball.
Good pass down to Princess on the block. She gets her own shot. Shy, that's a good
Shy
look from
for
three.
three.
It's short. Shots
Shy
haven't been
James
falling
back.
for the Maroon. And an unorthodox layup from Laura Williams, but it
Unlucky
falls.
here. We've seen Episcopal with a couple missed threes, resulting in a Paul VI transition that results in a bucket. So we'll see if they can be intentional here on the offensive end.
And Genesis is locked up on this possession by number 3, Ava Limcalco. She's been big for Paul VI early on.
And a sub out Princess here.
Princess
Cover
and
Dixon
Vicky.
in.
I think Cover and Anya check in, the 2 sophomores. And here's Riley Hamburger, seems to be the point guard for today, but standing pretty tall. There's a
Timeout here.
Paul VI.
Going into this timeout, what would you do differently here?
I mean, the Maroon it's coming down to getting better shots, getting more open looks, kind of settling shots now, but defensively, not much to change. It's a lot of fast breaks we've seen late in this second quarter, caused by some unforced errors from the Maroon, and they've been hustling, playing good transition defense, but the height of Paul VI is something that the Maroon can't really match. The height, quickness, and athleticism.
Especially if Laura Williams underneath. Hard to stop, but I'm with you. Make something happen on offense, and as I said, I know Coach Reed and her staff have a whole playbook of deliverable plays, so.
Yeah. Looks like the Maroon are in a 2-3 zone now. They're just showing the Panthers a new look. Sawi and Dixon up top on the ball. It's an open corner 3 from Riley Hamburger, and she knocks it down.
That falls.
It's a tough break. Good first 20 seconds for the Maroon, but
It is 20
ends
to
up an
5
open
here
shot.
with 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
And it looks like Paul VI has been running a 1-3-1 defense all game, which has been, they've been in the passing lanes, but there's definitely
Princess
gaps.
here subbing in for Genesis.
Dory Fosgate gives Shy James a break. But yet the Maroon have to attack the gaps. And right into this press.
Man-to-man press here.
Might even be in a diamond formation, I'm not sure. And the Maroon, number 22, Madison Washington, gets
Great
straight
finish
to the
with
basket.
her left hand. Ava with the ball motioning.
Some movement off the ball from Avasawi. Princess with the ball, she's trying to get it to her. It's a tough spot for a shot. She misses.
And that movement created an opening there for Dory in the middle.
Yeah, they have to be better about just getting the passes to where they want it to go. Too many steals for Paul VI in the passing lanes, and all their movement off the ball.
Cover Dixon to double down there on Ava
Bad gamble
Limcalco.
from Avasawi. She has to get back in the play. She's on the ball. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. It's been a good possession here
5
for
seconds.
the Maroon. Riley Hamburger, that's a terrible shot. Shoots it from about 5 steps back off the
Transitioning.
3-point line. Avasawi tries to pass it into the other senior on the team, Dory Fosgate, and it's Episcopal ball.
And that will be underneath here. White ball.
Avasawi growing frustrated, and they need her to keep her head here. We want to win this game.
Genesis subbed back in here for Avasawi.
They got to give her a quick break to clear her head, and we'll see if the Maroon are able to get something going with her off the court. Janice is struggling to get free in this corner. She does. Limcalco playing great defense.
Is like white on rice.
Yeah. Princess, that's a travel.
Right idea there. Draw the pressure.
And this Maroon team has a lot of good kick-out shooters. They got to open up the middle of the floor. Too much traffic. But here, this defense for the Maroon, even though Paula Six is breaking the press.
That looked to be good D there from Anya Everett.
Yeah, to me it looked like she had a clean steal, but no. Sawi checks back into the game for Anya that time and trying to avoid some foul trouble.
Shy James also back in the game. Let's see if she can make something happen here.
Yeah. I'm still impressed by the defense from the Maroon, especially in the half court. Now the student section really getting into it. That looks like a travel underneath from Laura Williams, but it's uncalled. Still
That's great
Maroon ball.
defense there in the paint again from Shy James.
The Maroon need to get something going on offense. Off-ball screen here. Princess has it. Some movement here from the Maroon. Like to see it, but they get held up. She passed the ball into Shy James.
Look.
Stolen by Madison Washington. And
this Paul VI defense is hard to break.
yeah.
Ava Limcalco.
Ball in to number 21.
Great defense there from Princess.
Out of bounds. Off Denny Gilliam after her missed shot.
And Charles, you said this is day one of spring sports.
Yeah. So, a lot of new stuff. Baseball, ultimate frisbee. I don't think track has started yet, but
Ultimate frisbee.
lacrosse. All these new opportunities opening up. Ava Sawi from deep. That one looks to connect. It doesn't. Back rim.
I believe that might have been called on Shy James. It was.
It was.
I think that is her second.
That's a tough break. Oh, that's her first. That's her first foul. So
First foul.
not too much to be concerned with. Definitely a tough break right before halftime.
We've got just over a minute here left in the first half.
And Riley Hamburger, she's tall and fast, has been everywhere on the court today for Paul VI. Out to Limcalco and in the corner to Hamburger. She pump fakes her three, but Limcalco lets it fly, and it hits.
And
that's her second three of
Limcalco,
the day, giving her 6 points.
small but mighty. She has put up a couple
Yeah,
big
couple
ones
big
from
shots. And Paul VI quickly makes a 10-point lead. Go to 20. Culver Dixon hustling back. Can she draw the charge? No foul, no and one, but way to put her body on the line. Ava Sawi into the paint, blocked by Laura Williams.
Ava's had a little difficulty here on the right side, both shooting from deep and underneath.
Another freshman here, Nisha Roy, checking in. And Shy James showing some on-court leadership here, getting the team set up in their play. She gets the ball underneath, and it's going to be tough to put up a shot over Laura Williams. They give the ball to the Panthers. Foul on number 11, Ava Sawi. That's her second.
And Episcopal back right into their press defense here.
27-5 here for Paul VI, but at the pace this game is going, no lead seems to be safe, but Madison Washington knocks down another shot for the Panthers.
See what Ava can come up with on the ball.
She rejects the ball screen. Out into the corner to Nisha Roy, passes to Shy James. That looks to be a good look. It's not falling, good hustle underneath from Princess.
And that brings us to the end of the first half.
29-5 here. And honestly, it comes down to making shots. Making shots and turnovers. So we'll see if the Maroon can get it back, and we see you at the start of the second half.
This Paul VI defense has been
They've been tough. They've been tough.
hard to break through, but we'll see what Katrina Reed and the staff comes up with and see if we can get this Episcopal squad going in the second half.
All right, we're back here for the second half of this contest. It's been a rough first half here for the Maroon, but looking to get back into it. Score is now 29-5. But this Paula 6 team is tough. So hopefully they can get back into it and make this game competitive in the second half. We're almost underway.
Don't forget to update the score as much as you can.
We're almost underway here. The starters checking back in for the Maroon. Let's see what look Paula 6 comes back with. Looks to be their starters as well. Ava Sawi now inbounding the ball to Princess. This is the start of the second half. Shy James, high-low action from Shy and Princess. Princess tries to get open, tries to get free. Swallowed up by the Paula 6 defense. Shy James, first one back. Good hustle from her. Good transition defense again from the Maroon. That's been a highlight of their day.
And we are back, Charles. I look forward to seeing this Maroon off a big halftime pep talk.
Yeah, I'm sure it was big. Have you ever been in like one of these situations with Coach Reed?
Oh,
where it's
definitely.
been a tough first half, but what do you think she's saying to these girls
Well,
at
so
halftime?
I played Paul the Sixth, which is a team very similar to the one we have here, and I would say my Episcopal squad was less equipped than the one we have here tonight. Coach Reed always is, in the huddle, gets the team fired up.
Ava Sawi misses 2 threes on that possession. I'm sorry.
So I imagine she said something to the effect of, this Paul the Sixth defense has been incredibly aggressive and has been pretty successful. We've got a lot of offensive weapons and, some great leaders, both young and, I love what I've seen from a few of the players. Cover Dixon there with the ball. I've been impressed by her. And
Good
Princess.
take from her. Doesn't drop.
Anyway, I have faith in this squad. Lots of athletic weapons here for the Maroon, so
Yeah.
should be a good second half.
And it's good to see them still hustling, still playing hard. I know
there's
it's
anything-
tough at times like these.
If there's anything Coach Reed coaches, it's grit and hustle, and it's tough there when you have people like Laura Williams, who just finished that bucket, who just tower over anyone she plays. But
Yeah. Shy James from 3, that's a good look, but these threes have not been falling. I'm wondering what this call is here from the ref. Emphatically stopped the game.
I was glad to see that quick board there from Ava Sawi.
And she definitely has an incentive to play hard, but good to see that the team is kind of rallying around her and try to make one highlight out of this day. And they call a charge on Shy James. I'm not sure how she would be able to knock down Laura Williams, but they call a charge. Good take from her. But the Maroon right back into this full court. Looks to be a diamond press.
That's right.
But Paul the Sixth has been breaking it, doing a good job of that this game.
And Cover Dixon, I love the hustle on her end.
And she's having to chase around these little guards from Paul the Sixth. And one on, they call it on Ava Sawi, the foul against
Solid finish
Laura
there
Williams.
for Laura Williams.
And Ava looked to box out early, which they gave her a foul for. That's her third one.
Got some fresh legs here, subbing in Anya Everett back in the game.
Yeah, and Ava, I'm sure she's frustrated, but it's going to be hard for them to play well without her poise. Not sure what the call is here from the ref. Seem to be some issues with the shot clock again.
And that is Genesis subbing in here.
For Princess.
Great to see a good turnout here in the student section for the high school.
Yeah, there's been a lot of support towards the end of this basketball season. Vicky Apia gets open layup. Cover-Dixon gets one as well. None of them fall. Cover-Dixon pull up 3. Blocked by number 5, Lee Williams.
Glad to see a couple big boards there. Offensive rebounds here for the high school. Couldn't convert, but they've got another opportunity here.
Dixon inbounds the ball, but that's straight to the defense. Lemcalco laughing her way on the fast break.
Good board there from Genesis. Transitioning here on the offense.
Shaw
Great
James
look.
pass to Vicky Apia. That's a good bucket from her.
That's great ball movement here for the high school.
And love to see the support from the student section, notably the guys on that front line. Jason Abraham, the loudest one after that bucket from Vicky. Pass to the corner, that's Lee Williams. She misses.
Great
Rebounded
board
from
there,
Cover-Dixon. And she's pushing it up the court, trying to get to her spot.
Charles, we've seen wonderful ball movement from Paul VI, which makes it tough to defend.
Good steal from Genesis. That's her 3rd one of the day. Cover from 3. That one's off.
Paul VI pushing forward.
Good D from Shy James once again. And stolen back by Lee Williams.
High intensity tempo here on both ends.
Yeah. Pass in to Hamburger, and they throw it straight to their coach. Coach wearing black. Maybe they mistook him for one of their players.
Scott Allen here, I remember him from my time. This is his 22nd year coaching Paul VI. Has had a run of successful squads. They are really a perennial powerhouse.
Both them and their boys team. Their boys team, I believe, is ranked top 5 in the country right now, which is insane. Princess struggles to take in the pass from Ava Sawi. And that's good defense there from Paul VI. Shy James pump fake on Laura Williams, gets the basket. That's a tough lay.
Great move by Shy James here.
And Shy's been playing hard. She's been having, despite the scoreboard, she's been having a very good game.
She is exemplary in the hustle department.
Yeah.
On both ends of the floor, as we've
Yeah.
talked about. And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but this high school squad is 7th in the state at 18
I believe
and 3.
so in their Visa division. They've deserved it. It's a good shot there from Shy James.
An
And
incredible coaching staff between Katrina Reed and Sam Slack, and the rest of the squad.
Shy misses her first one. Makes her first one, I'm sorry, missed the second, and that's a forced travel there.
We've got some momentum here between a couple big defensive stops and a very lively student bench.
Indeed.
And Charles, how long have you been broadcasting here for the high school?
Well, this fall I started off, I did a lot of volleyball, did a lot of soccer, did a couple football games, but I like being here, I like being inside. And this view from on top of Ainsley Court, whether it be basketball or volleyball, it's a good one. Good way to watch a game. Shy James from 3, that one looked like it was gonna go. Genesis gets the rebound, gets one for herself. Can't fall.
Shy
Ava
with the
Sawi
board.
probably open for the first time all day. As Shy James takes on
drive.
Laura Williams. Nice dump off pass to Princess.
Great dish.
That's good ball movement there from the Maroon.
Great ball movement.
Score is 33-8.
And that will send her to the line for 2.
That's the 3rd foul on Limcalco.
And Charles, you mentioned the view from up here. This is where former headmaster Rob Hershey used to pace back and forth during the girls and boys basketball games before there was a broadcasting unit.
I'm sure that was a sight to see. Did they even have like a sports media team when you were here?
I believe it was just kicking off.
Okay.
My classmate Hunt Wasden was kind of the Charles of my generation.
It's funny. And Princess makes both of those free throws and plays some good defense here on the ball.
Great
the double
defense.
team coming. Can't get a steal, but the Maroon get back into their man defense. That's a loose ball. Let's see who gets it. Backcourt violation. It's Maroon ball now.
I believe Katrina Reed is contesting that because Princess was the first to tip that ball and could have resulted in a steal and a bucket, but it was called backcourt nonetheless. Let's see what the Maroon can do here.
Nice high-low action. That's been big for the Maroon all year. Shy James trying to work in the high post. Good pass down to Cover Dixon.
Great look.
And it's tough to make a layup over 2 6-footers, especially when you don't stand too tall yourself. Paul the Six excellent on their fast break, and they convert. But the Maroon pushing it up the court once again. Ava Sawi gonna pull up from 3, and that's all glass.
Tough to pull up for 3 off the offensive transition.
That's a miss from Paul the Six, and Laura Williams tries to put it back up. She can't get it to go.
And Shy James with the solid box out, but even still, it's tough when, as you said, Paul the Six has got a couple 6-foot weapons underneath.
6-foot and athletic weapons, and they've been using them today. Laura Williams, Riley Hamburger, they just been running up and down the court.
And I think we've seen more success here when we're patient and have some inside action as opposed to shooting from 3. I think our field goal percentage from 3 is pretty poor at this point, but
yeah, we haven't made one all day, but we got some good work at the line. Got some good work at the line, but.
And Shy James, when she's around the free throw line, can either serve as a pick or a receive and dish. We've seen when she gets it there by the free throw line, Paul the Six defense collapses on her, and that'll open up someone elsewhere. But anyway, had a few good points here. Great buckets from the high school this quarter already. Score is 35-10 here.
So the Maroon huddle breaks. 2 minutes left on the clock. Student section is still loud. And I believe the Maroon are going into some sort of man, maybe a 2-1-2 look.
And that might have been a foul.
I think
beyond
it was
the 3-point line, so we are
on Riley Hamburger. Wonder who the foul was on.
And that sets
Called
up
on number 21.
That is Princess.
That's her second of the day.
One thing I love about Coach Reed is she develops players that can really play from anywhere. We have quite a height range here, but everyone on the floor can play guard, post, inside. I think Shy James, I've seen her bring the ball up a couple times as point guard.
Yeah, all 5 of the people on the court right now, similar in size, but they really just run a 5-guard lineup and push the ball up the court, and they've ran teams out of the gym this year. We have a team like Paul the Six, which has the height, but similar levels of athleticism. It's hard to play that kind of game. there's obviously limitations when you have 6-foot girls really double teaming a 5'6" player like Ava Sawi, and she looked to be fouled on that 3-point shot, and is just growing frustrated with both her performance and the score as well.
And I'd say, Charles, from what I've seen in other teams we used to play, and even the St. Paul VI team, a lot of what a coach runs is dictated by personnel. And this Episcopal team, as I said, each player is so versatile. So the full court press, for instance, which we saw more in the first half, run regardless of who was on the floor.
But another missed 3-point shot there from the Maroon. And I agree. And it's especially tough as a smaller team to score without, to be able to stay in games, especially without the use of the 3-point line. And they've been trying to shoot them, but they've not gone our way today at all.
They had a run there earlier here in the third, in which there was good ball movement inside and good ball movement throughout the paint, and that led to a couple big buckets. So I'd love to see him return to that as an offensive style of play. Here we go, Ava with the ball.
Hand it off to Cover. It's a good take from her.
Hard to finish there with the left, but
She falls hard. Princess, it's good defense from her. And Ava Sawi brings the ball up the court.
draws a
Surprise,
foul.
there was no
wow.
foul there. That is called her going out of bounds.
Unlucky there.
This team plays with a lot of heart, with a lot of emotion. And that's both greatly benefited them and also hurt them a little bit. It's hard to keep your head in situations like that. Big collision under the rim between Shy James and Riley Hamburger.
Both seem to be okay, luckily.
Foul on 23 on Riley Hamburger, and she laughs that one off.
This has been a physical game. As has been mentioned, love the physicality of Shy James, not afraid to get in there and fight for the ball on both ends of the court.
Yeah. Here's Ava now passing the ball, trying to move off the ball.
Great
Good take
move
from Princess. Can't convert on the layup. She gets in there trying to get the rebound. Her and Dory. She falls hard.
Great secondary effort there from Princess after her
Coach Reed runs over.
solid offensive move, and it looks like that's Dory Fosgate, who fell but quick to get up.
Good hustle from her. Interested to see what the call is. It's a good job from Dory Fosgate, putting her body on the line and making the most of her time on the court.
Charles, tell me, how were some of our fall sports this year?
Volleyball had a pretty good year, and our girls soccer team as well. They were probably the best team this fall, boys or girls. I would say the girls soccer team, led by Emily Gerard.
Great.
I think she's going to Dartmouth next year, and she's really good.
I played on the girls soccer team as well with her sister Caroline Gerard
Yeah,
a few years ago. So Caroline was great. Seems genetic.
yeah.
Anyway, back to the game here.
Talking about genetics, I think Laura Williams' father is an NFL legend, is what I've heard.
Laura Williams?
Yeah, on Paul VI. I think her father is Doug Williams of the Washington Redskins. Let me fact check that real quick to make sure.
And as Charles said earlier in the game, Laura Williams is committed to USC. Not the USC South Carolina, but we believe Southern Cal.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe this is Doug Williams' daughter, Laura Ann Lee Williams. The senior and the sophomore? Yeah. and they've been two of the Paul VI's biggest players.
They are both quite dominant presence.
And you can see the athletic genes.
Do we know if Ava Sawi is committed?
She's going to Radford. She's going to Radford.
Got it.
And so she's been having a great season, great career here for Coach Reed and for the Maroon. It's going to be tough to see her go next year, but she's given her all to this team.
And even the high school starting lineup, 2 sophomores, 2 juniors, and a senior. So they will carry forth with some weapons here on the team. And young leaders, as we made mention, Cover Dixon is just a sophomore and voted team captain. Incredible leadership presence.
Ball goes into Princess. She rejects the ball screen. She's going to take it on the second attempt. They call a travel on her. That was probably the right call, but she made a good pass out of that pick and roll. Start of the fourth quarter now. Maroon facing a near 30-point deficit. But holding a team of this talent to 40 points through 3 quarters is nothing to look away from. It's just their defense has been tough to match as well. Ava Sawi tries to get in there in that passing lane. She recovers well. That's a travel there.
And that's a wonderful defensive effort collectively from the EHS squad. As you said, that Paul VI is of a very high caliber as a team. So I've been impressed by the grit from the high school.
Another missed field goal attempt there from Princess. Quick shot from Paul VI, Denny Gilliam. 31-point lead now for the Panthers. But Paul VI has looked a little hesitant to shoot. Ava Sawi blows the layup.
Unfortunate there, hard to finish with the left hand. I'm glad Shy James is back here.
It's a tough foul.
Draws the foul against Shy. I believe that is her 4th.
Might be her 2nd, actually.
Psych?
I don't know. They'll flash it on the scoreboard. Not sure.
All right, we'll go with her
says the
2nd.
foul is on Cover, but she was not in the play from what I saw.
If that were Shy's 4th, I'd imagine Katrina Reed would be taking her out, and
Yeah.
she is still in the game. So
She brings the ball up the court. Makes a move on Laura Williams. Spin move. Can't get it. But draws the foul.
and Shy James will go to the line for 2 here. She can finish these 2 free throws.
Shy James' first shot rims out. It's a tough break. She's struggling to knock them down today.
Have you played any sports here at EHS?
Yeah, I was a member of JV basketball this year.
There we
Tough
go.
end to my season. I broke my leg early in IAC play, but we had a good season overall, a good group of guys.
Glad to hear it, and I'm sorry about your leg, but
Yeah,
I'm glad you can still commentate on games like these.
exactly. Ava Sawi showing great hustle. The ball stayed in bounds the whole time, but
Sounds like the ref said Ava did not have possession of the ball, though she stepped out and called that a jump ball.
I'm confused as to what the call is here.
And it looks to be Paul VI ball.
Ref trying to cover up for her mistake, but still ends in Paul VI's favor. Student section getting loud here. Good ball movement from Paul VI.
Hard to defend.
Yeah. Throwing a lot of high passes.
Great
they
defense.
Can get, but that's a backcourt violation. Yep.
Proud of the high school there. They had their bases covered there defensively, and it resulted in a turnover. So
Sawi inbounds the ball. A lot of off-ball movement. Can she get in the corner? What do they call it? They call a foul on the floor. I believe against
great
Paul
finish on the
VI.
bucket.
Yep.
If that had been a shooting foul, that would be good for 2.
I think they called it on the floor. Shy James loses the ball on her pound dribble. Seems got hit in the back.
Offensive transition for Paul VI.
Number 22 throws it straight to the defense. But Ava Sawi attacking on the fast break. Wedges in.
And almost finishes that bucket.
So 2 free throws from her. Let's see if these 2 can fall. That'll put her just ever so close to 1,000 career points. Knocks down the first.
That one's good.
So 3 points separate her and that big career milestone.
Unfortunately, I can report I did not hit that career milestone. Nor was I very close, but.
Did anyone you played with ever hit? Because earlier today we were trying to figure out when the last time that was hit from a member of the girls team. Good defense there from Covert Dixon.
You know what? I have a vivid memory. My high school classmate and close friend that went on to be my college classmate and close friend, Lexi Weegar, our senior year, hit her 1,000th point. Went on to play at the varsity level at Princeton, which is where I went to college.
Oh, wow.
Which is a top national program.
Yeah.
I once again I didn't follow in Lexi's footsteps to play on the team, but played club if that counts.
It counts for something. Let's see, fake pass there to Ava. They throw the safety to Princess. She pulls up from 3. That one's off. Good hustle there from Shy.
Princess has got a great shot. Unfortunately, not much has fallen from deep, but we'll see here if the high school can turn it on defense.
And Calco back in the game.
And they called that foul there on Ava Limcalco.
That's her 4th, I believe. But Coach Scott Allen choosing to leave her in.
The fruit of the high school's labor there on that full court press. I'm glad to see yet another turnover.
And they've got a decent amount of
great
stops
ball movement
in the backcourt, but once they break past half court, Paul VI's height has just been a huge factor for them. Ava Sawi breaking for 3. Will she shoot this one? No, but Shy James does.
That looked good
Good
from
rebound from Anya Everett, but she loses it and goes out of bounds.
Shy James, great sportsmanship.
Good leadership, yeah. He's been a great team player this year. Good full court defense there from Anya Everett, playing 94 feet, and Princess is on the ball. Jump ball, good effort from her, and that's gonna be Episcopal basketball.
There we go. The
And
high
Coach
school
Reed is happy with that.
giving the Panthers a run for their money here with that full court press.
Indeed.
And deep into the game here with about 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
Ava Sawi takes the screen. They double her. Now it's just Limcalco. Good pass. Trying to get to Anya Everett. Can't go through. Paul VI has some active hands in every passing lane. It's been tough for the Maroon to make these passes. Let's see if they can free up Ava for a shot. No, they don't, but Princess gets open. And that's a good first 3 from her.
Is a big bucket. I believe the high school's first
3-pointer all game.
Deep.
Good dump off pass there from the Panthers.
And we've seen some solid transition play from Paul VI.
Travel on Avasawi. She's frustrated. And the Maroon just have to keep playing. It's tough to be in situations like these, but sometimes necessary.
Charles, it has been great here to be next to you today reporting on what has been a good game.
Yeah. It's always good to hop on a basketball game. And being on the team, I can't broadcast during basketball season, but love this sport. Love talking about it.
It's a great sport, great gym, great coaching staff here. Good to be back. And we clearly have a very talented squad, so I'm glad to see they're still playing here into hopefully a successful postseason. Luckily, Paul VI is not in our division.
Yeah, I believe postseason play starts on Thursday. We might be live for that game as Limcalco knocks down her third 3 of the day. And even though she's been in foul trouble, Avasawi pulls up a shot for history.
And that hits.
That's her 1,000th career point. What a highlight out of what's been a tough day. But great to see her hit that mark. And I'm sure her teammates and her team are happy for that. And I believe the last regular season game, Avasawi eclipses that 1,000-point career mark.
Massive milestone there, personally and collectively for the team. Glad to see her hit that monumental 3.
Good hustle there from
Great
Genesis.
effort.
Pass out to Avasawi, another 3. It's good.
And
she's getting things rolling now.
Charles,
3 threes in a row for the Maroon.
2 big threes from Ava after an unsuccessful first half from deep, beyond the arc.
Great to see them getting things going, even if it means finishing strong going into this postseason.
And that is certainly a highlight of the game.
Yeah.
The highlight, you could say. Avasawi hitting her 1,000th point, eclipsing a significant milestone, and back-to-back threes from Ava. Glad to see it.
Yeah. And they give her a standing ovation here on Ainsley Court. Congratulations to Avasawi on her 1,000th career point. And it's always tough to schedule what is likely your toughest opponent in your last regular season game. But just going in with some momentum and some thought of hope, especially seeing what greatness Avasawi's 4 years here have amounted to.
A big congrats to Ava in her senior season.
And this full court press by Coach
Unrelenting.
Reed. They have 3 girls trapped, but somehow Paul VI breaks it.
And that's a
travel. And now Avasawi's all happy and wants to play.
And this Paul VI, I mean, this is one of the tougher teams you will face. They, I believe, earlier this season beat the #1 team in the state.
They beat Bishop Ireton maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, which is a huge win. Bishop Ireton, one of the better teams, probably the best team in the state, if not. I believe, they're ranked as the best team in the state. So, good win for them, and they grab a pretty big win here on Ainsley Court.
And Charles, I will tell you, the arc of improvement of this women's basketball program is evidenced by the fact that when we played Paul VI, I mean, I think it might have been 75 to about 20. So by a score differential measure, there's been improvement.
I mean, there's a culture building here. As Anya Everett misses the 3 but gets it back to score the layup, cutting the lead to 25. I mean, this is culture building stuff. You have a group of girls who will run a full court press down 30, who will play hard to the final whistle and really give up their egos on the quest to winning a game. I mean, that's how you build a successful program.
And that's a testament to Coach Reed and
Yeah.
Coach Slack and their team. You know, I recall back in the day, as they say, what was most important to Coach Reed, win or loss, was that culture, as you said, and which is, you know, a culture of grit and hustle, irrespective of who you play. And I'm glad to see that has continued and built on itself. I'm happy for Coach Reed and the team. And I will definitely be back, if not in the studio, back in this gym to watch us hopefully compete into the postseason.
Yeah, it should be a pretty big postseason run. I think, unfortunately, the quest to move up to the higher division of the ISL might be over, but still a chance to win the tournament. So Princess, she misses both of those free throws, gets the rebound and puts it back in, but I think the bucket was called off. But the refs talking here. Let's see what they come up with. They say Paul VI basketball, so that bucket does not count. One minute left here. Is there anything you would tell these players, as a former player yourself, what you want to change going into the postseason?
I mean, look at that Cover-Dixon.
That's hustle.
I would say keep the hustle up. I love the full court press, the full buy-in from this high school team on the defensive full court press. I mean, I think that has proved itself, even with the remarkable ball movement of Paul VI. I mean, I think there's a reason they've kept that up all game. I would advise the most success I've seen offensively is when they move the ball, utilize Shy James in the middle. You know, they're at the post position, especially when she's around the free throw line and can dish it out.
Yeah. I think a lot of it what I would say is just trying to establish offense early. Like once you saw here, kind of midway through this fourth quarter, once they started to get a couple buckets falling, it became easier for them to get more buckets in the middle. Once those threes start falling, it's tough to score all your points in the paint when you can't hit a three-pointer in the first half.
Right.
But if you can do that, spread the floor, it allows Shy maybe to either pass out of that high post or go to work.
Right.
Which she's very capable of doing.
And the benefit of working inside is oftentimes, even if you don't hit the bucket, you'll draw the foul and either go to the shooting line or free throw line or keep possession underneath. So I think being patient and looking for opportunities inside, especially on this Paul VI defense, is where they found most success.
Paul VI probably going to just hold the ball out here. They brought in a couple subs.
They've only got 10 seconds left on the shot clock here.
And good hustle there from Princess. They call it a foul.
Unlucky. Princess has been another who has really hustled on both ends of the ball.
Yeah.
And even here in the last minute of play, has proved herself a hustler. Fresh shot clock, it looks like.
We call a 3-second violation on Paul VI, so the Maroon probably going to play to this final whistle. See if they can get one or two more buckets here. Ava, and to her credit, number 23, Riley Hamburger, has played outstanding defense this game. Doing it with few fouls. When you have a 6-foot wing who's able to move around the perimeter and guard players quick as Ava Sawi, you have to give credit to her.
Certainly. I mean, she has proved herself an athletic threat.
Yeah.
You know, clearly an incredible player and part of this program as a senior leader and leading scorer. clearly been impactful.
Yeah, that 1-2 punch with her and Laura Williams, who had nearly 20 points this afternoon. It's going to be a tough team to beat.
And I love it here from the high school. Valiant effort, even
Good
in the last
defense
few
there down the
seconds.
stretch.
And a well-deserved turnover. Ava's anxious to get the ball here for potentially the last opportunity
She's
for the high
going to pull
school.
up from deep. That's her spot. Doesn't fall. But the Maroon playing to the final whistle. That's a travel. Yep.
And with 8 seconds left here in this fourth quarter, Ava anxious to get the ball.
That's a double dribble, yeah. So that might be the game there for the Maroon.
That might bring us home here, Charles, but this, regardless of the score, has been a successful night. It's been great to
It's been a fun day.
join you
It's
here
been a fun day.
up top. Happy President's Day to all watching. Thank you for the day off.
I wish we had the day off, but we didn't.
Anyway, you get 2 weeks of spring break.
Yeah.
So.
That is the end of this contest today, girls varsity basketball versus Paul VI. Congratulations to Ava Sawi on her 1,000th career point as a member of this Maroon squad, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, Charles. Go High School.